Didn't even finish the joke properly, because yes, of course, I'll catch fire. We are about to start our very first vampire of the season. Very excited for it. Definitely haven't lost a single vampire. And that's not even a lie. Oh, language and the way it can be abused. There we go. Let's pop that back on. Again, what a nightmare. And let's hop in as vampire. Okay, that was a fair shot with Delver, so maybe we'll switch it up this time. We could go Enchanter, and again, try to lean a little bit into hexes, have some fun on that side of the equation. Colgate votes for the Arcane Marksman, has a 19.62% win rate online. Interesting. Curious if that's innately from something with the Arcane Marksman, or if it's because it's so rarely chosen that it's like one player who just is a killer vampire Arcane Marksman. Kane is the first. It's first vampire. Like of Abel fame, or of murderer fame, I guess. First vampire and first murderer. Gotta be an AM or an Arcane Marksman specialist, right? That's what I would feel like, because I don't know, nothing in it screams out to me, this is the best option you have as a vampire. But hey, I mean, if that's the only suggestion we got right now, can definitely go for it. Enchanter is at least a potential for me. Vampire does have good hex aptitude and launchers are good. Let's try it out then. I mean, it is fitting for the name that we have chosen for today as well, so let's give it a shot. And I mean, Helsing does like their crossbow. I guess it might depend on which Van Helsing we're talking about, because there's so many different iterations of the character. I always think of Hugh Jackman from the titular, or the self-titled movie, because that was one of my favorites when I was younger. It's kind of a stupid movie, but boy is it kind of fun. Unfortunately, it's hard to get bolts early on for crossbow, so it might be more of a thematic thing than a practical one, but I think I'm gonna do it anyway. We will be Van Helsing. Let's do it. For the Helsing line, dodging can come off. So what did we start with? Do we start with slow? Interesting. Wait, slow is a level 2 spell, is it not? Is that why we can't cast it yet? Interesting. So we can start going through here. We want to find another weapon right away. Dagger draining isn't bad. I guess also we probably should go through and make sure all of our auto pickup is sorted and dusted there. You mean you love the crossbow? The repeating crossbow? Are we talking about the movie still, or in general in DCSS? Because I think it works in both situations. But I mostly just have the movie stuck in my head, because that's when I was making the jokes about vampires being unable to die. It's definitely a scene from that movie that comes to mind. What did I need to do though? I needed to run over here and grab the super bright morgue file. Snatch that seed real quick. Absolutely smash that properties button to get that on screen here. And there we go. In case anyone wants to join us on their own at home, you can of course come along for the ride with that seed. I think I can strangle the snake with my bare hands. Perfect. And then we can pick this up as our secondary weapon. And now we are in business. Baby. Okay, almost died, but now we're in business, baby. Yeah, let's do this. We'll have to see who we end up worshipping. I mean, Faded Altar could be the right choice again here. After all, it did actually work out so well last time. Is there anyone I would desperately want to worship? Or specifically want to worship, I guess, is maybe the better way of saying it. I don't think so. I'm pretty across the board. I mean, obviously any of the stronger gods, Ashanzari, Gozag, always happy with. But I don't need them, so yeah, let's try it out. Give me one, we get Luganu. Okay. Luganu is kind of nice. Being able to banish stuff, it does mean that you lose like whatever equipment they're carrying, but it is something. And it's always the right choice, maybe not for Deep Dwarf, but other than that, even for Deep Dwarf, I mean, how else are you gonna get a D1 Jivia altar, you know? Sometimes you just gotta roll with it and see how it works out. Okie dokie, I will be switching to leather immediately at the very least. Doesn't look quite as good as our colorful robes, but it is what it is. Little bit of extra AC. Didn't hurt nobody. You know, besides the creatures that we are murdering, but unfortunately we don't have empathy because we're a vampire. So, here we are. Man space is good with crossbows for kiting and everything works well together. I think Luganu is, yeah, pretty solid get at the end of the day here. Not the deity I'm most familiar with, but definitely one of the nicer ones. Very thematic, and yeah, Banish becomes super powerful. I should not have tried to fight that Null. Chaos Crossbow, you wish it worked? Oh, that'd be wild. To the Abyssal Ruin. Does become basically free real estate, so that works out nicely. Jeez, I should have checked what this was, a Quoke Skeleton? Okay, I think we'll be okay then. Perfect, not too shabby. Nice little treasure rooms for early on. Not amazing spellbooks, but it's not bad. Also, did I ever touch my skills? Not really. I turned off dodging, and that's about as far as we got here. Auto blink and shoot suddenly an option. Definitely. But okay, we'll probably learn apportation just as a side thing at some point. You have to remember that now I am able to slow, so that's nice. We'll see how much we end up using it. It's something I have to remember to use. I will be a bit more interested for sure if we end up discovering or finding Yar's Violent Unraveling. So I think I talk about it a decent amount, so you might have already heard the story if you've been around on stream much. But I always use that as my favorite example as to why I really like Genie. Because it was just so satisfying to get those spells on a Genie. Two spells that I'd never really used, Slow and Yar's Violent Unraveling. But because I had no other option, it became my go-to way to kill Hydras, and it just worked. It was pretty nice. Should just kill you instead of getting fancy with the Atropa darts. There we go. Perfect. Ooh, Masterwork Dagger, you don't say. +7 dagger with freeze, 2 pips fire resistance, resist corrosion, and int +7. Yeah, that's gonna be a yes from me. Okay. That's gonna become B right away. Sick. Very sweet. -1 aim up 2 is not ideal, but it's workable. Definitely not a huge issue. That's saying even like the -3 on conjurations isn't quite enough to bar it from any possible use. Early on, it's definitely a bit of a struggle. Going in with like a vampire conjurer might not be the best plan. But aptitudes are more guidelines than actual rules for sure. Hello, friend. Let's at least blind you. Still don't feel like this fight goes great for us. Maybe I should just use my +7 dagger. Perfect, that's better. Dagger of Easy Zot. Maybe if we can get some spells. That +7 in, like this becomes a godly stat stick for sure. Having resistances like that with a 7 boost to intelligence, that's basically any wizard's dream. So we'll definitely try to use it to our advantage. Hello, Ogier friend. Let's lead you up here real quick. Oops, that's not where I meant to go. That's not great. What? Blind ya? You're slowed. Jeez Louise. Honestly, slow is almost screwing us there. If we'd gone around too fast and then met up with them in the back. Tried our best to avoid. But that's about what we expected at the end of the day. I act surprised, but it does just kind of make sense. Oh, and you're no longer slowed, hey friend? Please don't random energy up to me. What are odds of slow working on you? 64? It's not bad. Is it bad that I'm going into a dead-end corridor? Yes. Can't believe we blinded you on hit twice with the Tropa. It's only 27%. Huh. How about that? Charming you, 50% shot? I mean, it's pretty easy to charm though. I mean, just look at the frame you got going. You must work out, friend. You definitely work out. With biceps like... See, this is still going about as well as expected. Yeah. Did you see we had portal projectile too? Smite crossbow? Yeah, we do indeed. We have portal protection. Projectile. Oh, jeez. Oh, man. Not the greatest day for me in terms of my piloting skills here. This one, definitely just rushed. Definitely just rushed. Can blink. Oh, could blink. Well, maps are awful. You know what? I'll take it. I agree. I mean, I wouldn't know because I haven't played a single vampire yet today. But I would assume that you're correct with that. Probably should have had Ben some space somewhere, not sure where. Definitely should have just tried more stuff. I got a little bit carried away by my charm joke. What can I say? So do I give Arcane Marksman another shake? Didn't really give a good college try there. Yeah, I like that, Safid. Keep the family line going. Actually, what is... Because is Van Helsing just the vampire hunter's last name? Or is it first name Van, last name Helsing? Everyone uses it as like a full title. So I've never actually really thought about it before. Nobody calls him Van. People do call him just Helsing though. Yeah, they're like Belmonts. Okay. Need to go look up some of my vampire lore. I'm a little bit shaky on it. Despite often living kind of like a vampire, having extremely pale skin, never really seen the sun too much. Van X is a pretty common format for Dutch surnames, right? It is, so that's why I always thought that he might have a first name, but I don't know what it is. It's probably just like Fred or something. Fred Van Helsing, that sounds about right. He's Abraham Van Helsing or Abrahama Van Helsing? No, I'm pretty sure it's just Fred. That's a good name, or Abraham. Interesting. I never knew that Van Helsing's first name was Abraham. Good old Abe, hey? How about that? Let's give it one more shot. Avenge your father. What were we doing? Vanessa? Is this the plan? Vanessa Van Helsing. Quite the name there. Gotta ape some vampires. Makes sense. Okay, let's give this one more time. Yeah, encore. We had so much fun with the non-existent previous vampires we played that I'm doing it again. But yeah, what do we want to learn? We could just learn some hexes. We learn it really fast, so we probably don't need it to go too high here. Spellcasting is somewhere like 4. Also, just using Van Helsing as the last name, we have an infinite number of people to go into the dungeon. Right, makes making the name a whole lot easier. especially depending on how many vampires end up dying before the end of this this species here. And it gives us a nice narrative. We can go back to the family dynasties, continue the line, constantly fighting. I mean, this one, it's actually very fitting to the character, I believe, because I feel like the Belmonts, the Van Helsings are probably a long line. Oh my gosh, no, just use my fisticuffs. Long line of vampire hunters, most of which have probably died to vampires. So thematically, if we just keep throwing Helsings at our problems, I think it works out. Also, Rip Dagger of Evil, we hardly knew you. Yes, unfortunately not, but hey, maybe some other adventurer will find it. Wouldn't that be lovely? Continue its life, or its use in a Jeez, I can't talk. Not a previous lifetime, it's in a future lifetime that it can continue its good work. Okay, there we go. We got the freaking Quokka. Yeah, that's what I thought. Quokka is basically a nightmare for us. Am I heading into a dead end? No. Where we're going, there are no dead ends. Okay, Quokka, just chill. The bat hitting us, we can kind of heal through. It's almost working. Okay, there we go. I think we need to kill bat. Then Quokka, we can run away from and heal up. Again, trunk players. I'm sorry you can't live by the same fast and loose rules that we're taking advantage of, but one day I'll feel your pain. And that should just about do it. I would like to use the mace. Perfect. Save our bolts for future encounters. Oh, that's what happens when we tab early on. I mean, it's one of those interesting things where tabbing early on is very likely to get you into a near-death scenario, but it's also early on, so it's not like a huge deal if I tab myself into an early grave. I'm sure it happens to a lot of the Van Helsing outline. Again, being a professional monster hunter, not a very healthy lifestyle decision, I feel. There are no old skydivers, and there are no old vampire hunters. Unfortunately, just the way that the metaphorical cookie crumbles here. Let's head upstairs, put on this cloak right away. That extra little bit of AC is gonna do wonders for us. Might be the difference between life and death. If last run we had is to be useful in some way for the future, or I guess what's the word I'm looking for? The last run we were on is anything to live by, I guess. Oh geez, we're on fire when it comes to narration today. Aren't you all in for a lovely treat of watching a man slowly but surely lose his mind? And I think the slowly is a very optimistic take on it. But at least we have fun here. That's all that really matters at the end of the day. As we go 3 for 3, I mean, Gozag? McLeod. Okay. Heal off of kills. Not quite as good as it once was back in the day, but still worth something. And being able to call in allies is also pretty huge. There is no war in Ba Sing Se, exactly. We all know this to be true. As we get Scorch, Flame Wave, and Summon Cactus Giant. Which for whatever reason my brain always reads as Summon Giant Cactus, which I wish it was. I mean, it's cool and all having a giant that is themed after a cactus, but I think I'd rather just have a really huge cactus. I mean, sure, it would probably be slightly less effective for chasing down your enemies, but the wow factor alone gotta account for something, you know? Come right this way, friends. Perfect. And how are we looking? Slow is pretty castable now, so that is nice in its own right. All these have caps on them, that is good. What else? I might want to train some invocations at some point here. Not a huge rush by any stretch, though. And another spell book. Could be great. Could be nothing. Jury is still out on that one. Hopefully we live long enough to find out. Oh, Boomerang of Dispersal, you son of a gun. Stop that. More annoying than effective. But hey, annoyance is probably one of the better ways to get me killed here. Makes me real lazy, but okay. Some nice dispersal, that's nice here. Can use XV to find out, don't have to step on it. Nah, you gotta step on it. Just for funsies. I like the intrigue, the mystery, the tension as we hold. And we find, hey, Ensorcelled Hibernation is pretty much exactly what I'm looking for here. That's cool. Okay, I'm excited to get to try that out. That's one of the exact hexes that was kind of in mind when I was talking about needing to, at some point, just try my hand at hexing. Dabble a little bit here or there, so that's going to be fun. Get some nice little backstabs here. And it's also cross-training with ice, which I'm also interested in learning across the board, so let's even just get that up to 3 real quick. That, maybe, just maybe, will give us a good start. Oh, another spellbook? Holy moly. Teleport other Lesser Beckoning. Gale's Gravitas. I mean, don't get me wrong. If anyone knew how to control a room, it was Gale, I'll tell you what. Still not quite what we're looking for here. Anguish and Cactus Giant combo is nice. Let's see, I always forget what Anguish does. All damage that they deal to rebound on them for the duration of the effect. And I'm guessing the Cactus Giant already has some like Thorns mechanic going on. Makes sense. Usually cactus themed enemies, or allies for that matter, have that kind of look. That could be kind of fun though. Summoning in general is pretty strong with Anguish, it would seem. Okay, for all my fungus haters in chat, there you go. Nice little bit of fungi slaughter. We don't have fun here, of course, so unacceptable. Freaking Menkar, I don't think I want to fight you at the moment, so we're just going to walk away. Break the wrist, walk away. A phantom, wow. That's fun. Huh. Death Channel is also good with Anguish. That makes sense, right? Because, yeah, it's basically self-perpetuating summoning spell, so that's pretty sweet. Just gotta have a way to kill that first enemy and start snowballing. It does sound pretty fun at the end of the day. But let's see. Do I want to fight the Phantom or Menkar? Probably the Phantom. Let's double check that though. How much damage do you do? Up to 10. I mean, it's not ideal. Let's bring you upstairs. Poison is not going to do a heck of a lot against you, unfortunately. But... oh, this is not the right stairwell. Oh, you almost got me, you dirty dog, you. Okay, keep me random energy away, please. Perfect. Now, no staircase is safe. Good to know. We also get Vampiric Draining and Confusing Touch, and Menkar comes at us anyway. What a time to be alive. Okay, we unfortunately don't have a Flame Wand, because that's usually one of the early ways that I like to take care of this son of a gun. What else can we do with you? 62% chance of that. Can I even... don't think I can. Ensorcel you into a state of hibernation, unfortunately, but slow plus haste? Any day now. Any... jeez Louise. If I don't get this, I'm dead. I got it, and I'm dead. Well, once more from the top. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, yeah. One more try. With Arcane Marksman, that is. And because we'll win on this one anyway, so it is our last try by definition. I don't even think I did a dump file to get the seed for that last one, so fitting. If I don't put in the work at the start of the session, you never know how it's going to go. But this time around, first of all, I do appreciate the hydrate, because yes, need to just maybe relax, take it easy, take a breather, deep breath between rounds. Maybe we can keep somebody alive for a bit longer than 10 minutes. But it's all good, of course. And we'll just have to do better this time. Even if that just is a question of be lucky, forehead. I don't mind. Just do the law of big numbers here, and if we just keep trying, we'll eventually get through it without even having to think about it. How about that? But who is next in the Vane Helsing line? I mean, so originally, were we just like the original Vane Helsing? Because if so, I mean, we haven't tried good old Abe yet. Abe Vane Helsing? Let's try it out. Of course, we go from the perfect thematic image there on the character crate, nice black robes, red center, to just this bright outfit, really trying to throw people off the trail, get them off the scent that we may or may not have vampiric tendencies. But I also chose a terrible time to start the character. I should have probably taken a break a minute ago, because I do need a refill for my glass, so I do think we're going to take just a quick 30-second break here and then get back into it and see if we can't get through with Abe in one piece here. I'll be right back with a refill. I'll see you in just a sec. Okay, here. Just get lucky sounds suspiciously like Vampire Chaos Knight in the future. Ooh, you don't say. You don't say. I mean, this is our last Arcane Marksman. But future recommendation: if this character fails, Strong Mage start, Wu Jian, and transition into Dragon Form. Do Dragon Form martial arts and explode things. I mean, that's always nice for me. Dragon Form Manifold Assault is just so wonderful. So fun. And I probably will go for a more mage-themed start after these first few failures. Like to experiment and have fun at the start, but usually on characters like this, and a good strong spellcasting background gets you a heck of a long way. And for name for next time, Bella, like from Twilight, but also the guy who played Drac. Yeah, that actually sounds just about perfect. A nice deep cut for all the big Dracula fans out there. But okie dokie. Let's get in the right mindset here as we're starting off. Don't need to start training crossbows right off the bat. Dodging can come off. Maybe we do want to just train a bit of stealth. Maybe. We'll see. For now, we'll just start putting some quick caps down everywhere. We'll hit these all relatively quickly here. You know what? I am going to put stealth at least to like a 5 with a +5 aptitude. That's going to take no time at all. One of these, one of those, and of course you can't forget all of those. And this time around, let's remember to drop the morgue file real quick. Again, blind myself. Really getting in character, if you'd see. I mean, I did just kind of take a dump on the entire idea of method acting before, but it's different when you're method acting to become a vampire, I guess. I don't know where that joke was going. Regardless, let's get on the road again, shall we? Bring up poison resistance right away. The game really is trying to say, Don't bother ever going bloodless. You got something good right in front of your very eyes. But Sphere is a nice little weapon to start off with here. We will bind that to B for easier quick swaps. Don't know why I'm tab fighting in a group of enemies when I should lead them on a little bit of a merry jaunt. Jeez Louise. Not like this, Abe. Not like this. Perfect. Thank you. I appreciate it, buddy. Giving me some hope. I mean, sure, it might just be so that you can rip the rug out from under my feet later down the road and make me feel true grief over a character in this game for the first time. But it couldn't possibly be that, so let's just continue rolling with it. We'll be fine. Especially if I keep holding tab in front of large groups of enemies. Perfect. Let's see what else we find at our disposal. Don't know what we're looking out for here. Potentially a nice artifact weapon. I mean, that's the real issue here with vampires. We just haven't gotten any good artifact weapons. Nobody mentioned the Dagger of Evil or your band, permaban from the channel. That's how we handle criticism here. At I don't even know, the Torinski Limited, the Torinski Incorporated. What business suffix would I like to put on? They're all kind of fun, but let's Fade Altar, 4th time's the charm, they're always saying. 4th time's the charm, I mean, makes sense, you only get 4 shots, also famously said. This time around we get Uskaya. Okay. It's been a long while since we had a good Uskaya run going, but I do find them super fun if you can get to the point where you're constantly getting the full paralysis effect in fights. And as a stabber, that's actually pretty sweet. We just need something that deals enough damage in the early part of the fight to get it proccing. And that can be kind of hard with daggers sometimes. That's where, again, like another early quick blade might be nice. Sure, it's the worst stabbing weapon for unconscious enemies, but... or even paralyzed for that matter. But it definitely helps you rank up your Skya Piety really quick in a fight, just by how often you're attacking early on. Boots, gloves, and cloak, I mean, full outfit does put us in a decent spot AC-wise. Can't complain there. Hi, Robin. I would say it's nice to see you, but I'm trying to lie less in life, so, you know. In essence, or in an attempt to be a better person, I hate you, and why are you in my life? We'd all be a lot happier if you just backed right off. Oh, jeez Louise. Okay, not making it back to those stairs. Dang you, Robin! Potion of Heal Wounds. Okay, that would be nice. Scroll of Noise. Okay, what do we got here? Scroll of Immolation. Well, I mean, okay. Well, this is one way to go out, I guess. Do I have any other options here? Could chug potions, hoping that we found an early resistance against all odds. Still don't know if we're alive. Let's try it. It was ambrosia, so we're confused now. Fun. And we're fast. So we can very quickly kill ourselves. From full health to minus 15. Oh, Abe. Oh, Abe. Buddy. I'm so sorry. Oh, they had their whole life ahead of them. Well, yep. F's for sure on that one. Oh, and I did promise that that was going to be our last attempt at that flavor of vampire. So, Arcane Marksman, I tried. We had a good time. We had a good run of it, kid. So we're probably going to go with Bella here. Strong mage start. So what would I like to do? I mean, I do enjoy ice elementalists. I Earth Elementalist is always kind of fun too. But Ice Elementalist is just really on brand theme-wise, you know? There's something to that. Let's go for it. Ice Elementalist, do Bella. Honest Abe, apparently a little too honest for his own good. I mean, hey, it kind of makes sense why he was saying all those nasty things about Robin, because, and it definitely wasn't me saying those things. That was my character, you see. But just being honest. I mean, it's part of the gig when you're an Abe. But here we go. Come on, Bella. Bella fortissimo. Also just means a beautiful lady. Actually, I'm trying to think. Is bello a word? Like, is beauty denominated into female, masculine, and feminine verbiage in Italian? I don't know, because people don't say bello. I mean, with Spanish, you got like guapo and guapo, and that goes both ways for sure. Why do I only hear people say bella when they're talking about beautiful things in Italian? Questions that should just Google after the stream instead of wondering aloud, but here we are. What's cracking? Hey, Jazzy. It's going pretty well. We're, of course, 3 hours or 2 hours into the stream. No, it is 3 hours. Holy crap. 3 hours into the stream, just starting on our very first vampire ever. Definitely have not played any more before Bella here, especially not dying in embarrassing or hilarious fashion. That doesn't sound like me. So you came right in time to watch us again on our very first vampire here. Sounds like how LARPers explain, did cheat on you as my character? Oh, that's awful if anyone uses that. And again, to bring it full circle to my commentary on method acting, I feel like that's legitimately also how method actors... No, it wasn't me who sent you literal poop in the mail. It was my character, you see. My character's a deranged psychopath, not me. I just send you all this stuff. Sure, it's my return address on it, but it was my character who pranked you. Epic prank. Sending you disgusting biohazards in the mail. Oh, jeez. Anyway, I should probably actually get started on the run here. We'll, of course, paste in our seed here, seeing as how this will be the best seed that we've ever had here. And I must have had a lot to say. Oh yeah, that 3 hours just flew by. But excited to just start playing, of course. Okay, what else do we need to do here? We have freeze, I did auto pickup, did dump thing, did skills. Okay, we're actually just good to go. I might actually train this up to like a good solid 10, spellcasting to 6. Decent spot to begin with here. Notice me, just one of you, please notice me, not all at once. Don't get me wrong, I love being the belle of the ball. I mean, hey, maybe that's my name here. You mean we can't be Jared Van Helsing, Vito? Oh, definitely not. Oh gosh. Don't give Hollywood any ideas. Though, we do want to give Hollywood ideas. Is it time for a Van Helsing reboot? Does anyone want a Van Helsing reboot? Or is that just like nostalgia goggles and the fact that I'm currently playing a Helsing themed character in my video game? It's got me vibing with the idea. Probably a little bit more of that last part. But hey, if they're rebooting anything and everything... Oh wait, we don't want Fated Altar on this character. The suggestion was to go with Wujian Council, so let's try that out. Try that son of a gun on for size here at the very least, if possible. Knowing our luck, this will be the one run where we just never run into a Wujian Council altar, but hey. We'll burn that bridge when we get there, of course. Ring of Protection is huge. That is a very nice find early on a squishy boy like ourselves. So just maybe, just maybe, you're saying there's a chance. Let's hope so. Wouldn't that be lovely? But we're back on the road here. I mean, definitely a nice lucky start early on here, not finding anything. I mean, it was just D1, so hold my horses a little bit there. I mean, maybe I should probably put the horse in front of the cart instead of the other way around, but sometimes you just get excited, of course. Horses must go where they land at the end of the day. I also haven't really been using vampire form. That might have been... Let's see, how did I die? Of course, not me. How did a hypothetical person, that's again not me, die in the earlier vampire run? How am I already forgetting? Was I... Because I was bloodless, I was in Snake. Sorry, they were in Snake. Oh, joke falls apart at some point, but I just keep bashing my head against that wall. Jokes are never not funny, right? Because I'm pretty sure that jokes get funnier when you explain them. That's a very important part of comedy. I mean, repetition is the basis of all comedy, so we all know that we just have to beat that horse into the ground as much as possible. Otherwise, it's just not comedy, my friends. They do get funnier. Exactly. Yeah, the more long and drawn out your explanation is, the more pedantic, and the more you assume your audience is stupid, the better it all flows, right? Is that dagger of electrocution? Don't mind if I do. I mean, first we'll put on this protection from cold, and then I'll press the right button. Put that on. Perfect. Like, how are you supposed to find a joke funny if you don't even understand it? Exactly. Even if you do understand it, how are you supposed to find it funny unless it's painfully drawn out for you in explicit detail exactly why you should think it's funny, and why, even if you think it's funny, you're not laughing hard enough. Of course. But let's see, let's definitely learn Ozkupu's armor and also Frozen Ramparts while we're at it here. After the explanation, you can see its true form, whether it is brilliance or not so brilliance. That's almost a reason for me not to explain my jokes, because I let people know exactly how unfunny I am. Oh gosh, what am I gonna do with my life? That's a lot of poison. Well, we had a good run, hey Bella? We have fun out here. All seriousness, let's just walk away while Sigmund is blinded, you son of a gun. Perfect. Ideally timed hearing potion. Oh gosh, another confusion. One more curing, yeah. Don't break my doors. What a savage, just open them. Come on. We live in a society and all that. Perfect. Oh, jeez. D2. Already over 1,000 turns in. We're already, like, just under halfway. We're at, like, a third of the record turn count run. And we've just barely scratched the surface of D2. How about that?